Okay, 7D number 24. What is the average age, at what average age will 80-year-olds die? Assume no changes in expectancy over 20 years. So we're going to look at that table again that we did on the previous problem here in the other video. But the other graph. 80-year-olds are expected to live about 10 years longer, so the average 80-year-old will live till 90. Okay, because they're expected to live about 10 more years. Okay, and that's a part of 24. Then the next part of it says, assume no changes in, oh, that was it. Okay. Next one is 27. 27 says, life expectancy next century. Example 5 assumes that life expectancy between 2000 and 2100 would increase by the same absolute amount as it did between 1900 and 2000. Suppose instead of life expectancy between 2000 and 2100 increased the same percentage, what is as it did between 19 and 200. So example 5. So example 5 said, century, what would birth rate in 2010? What are the implications? Figure 712 shows that women went from 48 to, let's see, from which year? Oh, we got to go from in the last century, so 2000, 1900 to 2000. 1900 to 2000, it went from 48 to 80. That's up 32. So if we went 32 years longer, women, it would be 112, and men went from 46 to 75, and so that's 29, so they'd go up by 29. They did that in this one, but now they want you to do percentage. So women went up 48 to 80, which is 32 out of, they started at 48. So 32 is what percent of 48? So 32 divided by 48, it went up by 66%, 2/3. And so if we do that again, so now they're up at 80. So we take that times 80, and that would be 53 more years. So by percentage, this is 0.666666 repeated percent, 66%. So if they increased by another 66%, 0.66 repeated times 80, which is where they're at in 2000, that's 53 would be a 66% increase. So 53 added to the 80 is 123 for the women. Men went from 46 to 75-ish, which is 29. 29 divided by 7.5, they're 46. That's about a 63% increase. And so if we take 0.63 times their current age of 75, we'll see how much they would increase by percentage. And times 7.5, we get, life expectancy is going to increase by 47 years. So 75 plus 47 would be 122. Okay? So they're going to close the gap. Women are going to get, no, they're not. How'd they come out different? 133 for the women, if I add that correctly. 133, and the men are going to get 122. Yeah, because they're not increasing by as much as the women. Okay? Alright, that's what they wanted you to do for 27. 30. 30 says high and low death rates. The highest and lowest death rates in the United States were in West Virginia and Hawaii. West Virginia reported 17598 with a population of 1.9 million. And Hawaii had 8418 and a population of 1.4 million. And compute the death rates for these two per 100,000. So there's 5 zeros, 5 zeros, 5 zeros, 5 zeros. So this one is 17598 divided by 19. And we get 926 per 100,000. And then for Hawaii, we get 8418 divided by 14, which is 601. Okay, and that was part A. Part B says, how many people die each day in West Virginia? So that was in 2010, so that's for a year. So for Virginia, 926 divided by 365 is 2.5 per day. West Virginia, 2.5 per day. And in Hawaii, 601 divided by 365, they're at 1.64. 1.64 per day. Okay, and C. 30C. How many people die each day in Hawaii? Oh, I did that. That was C. B, C. Okay. All right. And what do we got left here? 32. Let's do 32 on here. 32. Sex ratios. Ratio of men to women. Total number of men divided by total number of women for all ages. For young children, less than 5. For seniors, for seniors from 1920 to 2000. Discuss the pattern trends and see in this figure and offer explanation in terms of mortality and life expectancy. So, it says all ages. The ratio of men to women. Why is the ratio of men to women decreasing from 1920 to 2000? Well, life expectancy for men is shorter than women, and so there'll be more men dying than women. So as more men die, with a shorter expectancy, there'll be less men per woman as the time goes by. And you can see that less than 5, they hold pretty constant, so they're not dying there, but men tend to die sooner. So overall, especially in the older categories, men really die faster, and so the ratio of men to women really drops off quickly for the older folks, as opposed to the kids. They both have similar life expectancies. They expect to keep living here. It's the old folks where the men are dying before the women, and that's why that's so much lower for the old folks. Okay, and that was 7D.